killing off animals and plants now threatens humanity itself. UN experts to warn in urgent call for action, up to 1 million species facing extinction in the world's sixth mass die-off, as big a risk as climate change, say scientists.
Here's a summary of the article.
The future of humanity is under threat from the widespread destruction of the Earth's plants and animals by people, leading scientists will warn in a dramatic report. Loss of biodiversity threatens the human race just as much as climate change, the experts believe, with up to 1 million species facing extinction in the world's sixth mass die-off. The loss of species, ecosystems and genetic diversity is already a global and generational threat to human well-being, said Sir Robert Watson, chairman of the Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services in a paper previewing the report. The report is believed to warn the destruction of nature threatens humanity at least as much as human-induced climate change. One author said the report would highlight the social and ecological emergency the world is facing, the BBC reported. Diplomats from 130 countries are meeting in Paris to launch the report, which has been in development for 3 years and has involved hundreds of experts. The Global Assessment Report comes at an opportune time when the world is waking up to dual threat of biodiversity loss and climate change, said Gwenta Mittlacher, a biodiversity expert at WWF Germany.
This post received a score of 12,925, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
We won't care until that mass extinction affects the profit motive for next quarter. Modern economics that run the world.
We won't care until that mass extinction affects me directly. Majority of humanity.
Homo sapiens have existed in modern form for 200,000 years or so. Years of our existence, we lived in small family groups of dozens or maybe hundreds. We really haven't evolved much at all in 200,000 years, but the way we live is vastly different than when we evolved into what we are today. We are trying to run modern society with 200,000-year-old hardware. Edit. The vast majority of your replies prove that we are fucked.
I'm seriously starting to plan for this instead of assuming I'm going to make it to 90. I'd like to see more of life, as it is right now, before it all comes crashing down. List of environmentalist activist subreddits and web pages. EnviroAction. Extinction Rebellion. Sunrise Movement. www.sunrisemovement.org. Earthstrike. Climateriality Project. Climate Action Plan. Climate Offensive. To add to that, the Earthrise app is really useful for connecting to all of these events and more. It's free and ad-free and developed by a Reddit sound of everything.
I feel bad for kids getting born now, just as things start to go to hell.
I think the inability of most people to not have kids is part of the problem. We're just making too many people.
In the last 50 years, we've gone from 3B people to 7.5B people. The line is pretty much straight, too, with zero evidence that it will slow down.
What do you mean zero evidence of it slowing down? As more countries modernize, then birth rates will inherently decrease. Most first world countries already have birth rates so low they're barely growing outside of immigration.
Rich countries. Poor shit countries are having more children than ever. That is a problem.
Eventually many of those poor countries industrialize, and faster than previous nations.
It will be too late by then.
I mean, it's not like it'll take 50 years for disadvantaged countries to industrialize like it did in the West. We already have computers and medicine leagues above what they have, and with enough foreign investment those countries will become vastly more educated in even only 20 years.
But when they do industrialize and stabilize their population growth, it will be too late, because having the entire planet consuming like the currently developed world will just speed the decline.
I am in no way a scientist, but have been on this planet for just over 50 years. My backyard is full of dandelions, and not a single bee in sight. Not even one. Normally one has to be careful running around in the yard barefooted this time of year.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.